Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakahak Barakatum. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule and teach well. And peace and salutations to you sincere Akim out there, pushing this word in truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe. May you brothers endure until the end. This is the brother Ra'aya coming at you with another lesson, and I'm going to start it off in Isaiah 55 verse 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. And every single prophecy in the scriptures has either come to pass or will come to pass, and nothing can happen to avert biblical prophecy from coming to its fulfillment, regardless of how you perceive current events or what these political leaders say. It may seem like they're going in one direction, but without fail, it always steers back in line with biblical prophecy. And I opened up the video with this verse to preface a little bit of this clip from CBS News' YouTube channel titled, Trump Reportedly Considering Military Action Against Iran. And, you've had Donald Trump, talk about how he's anti-war and wants to stop wars. And, that's been a major talking point of his, supporters. Well, during his presidency, he didn't get us into any wars, though, he was doing missile strikes against Syria. He assassinated, Qasem Soleimani, that Iranian general, and he had a hand in sending money and weapons to Ukraine. But, hey, Trump could very well be the president that kicks off, this war against Iran at the behest of the state of Israel. But regardless, there will be that major war in the Middle East, which is known as the battle in the Valley of Jehoshaphat in Joel chapter 3, the main part of World War III. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, the heathen Gentiles, prepare war against Iran, World War III, the battle in the Valley of Jehoshaphat. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. And we see with that recent overthrow of Bashar al-Assad's government, hey, you've got these different Western militaries, moving even more assets into the region. And even before that, with that whole situation with October 7th, you've had the U.S. pivoting more of its military assets into that region to help out the state of Israel. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. An example of that is Iran, who recently did their first ever strikes on Israeli soil. And it's only going to intensify as we get closer and closer to the battle in the Valley of Jehoshaphat kicking off. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen. The United States of America, the state of Israel, Russia, China, Iran, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, the NATO nations, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. And these are the death angels holding back this great destruction, waiting to get the go-ahead to release it. And also drying up the river Euphrates, as it says in Revelation. I believe it's chapter 6 and chapter 9, but you can look it up. And, the Euphrates is being dried up to make it more easy for these military assets to move freely in that region. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the Valley of Jehoshaphat, which in the Hebrew is Yahweh's Shaphat, or Yahweh's judgment. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. And when you go up to the first couple of verses in this chapter, you'll see why Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai is gathering these heathen nations down for judgment. Because you've afflicted the apple of his eye, the true children of Israel, who are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans today, not those Amalekite Edomites over in the Holy Land, the 1948ers. and it's you Edomites that are the main target because you're the top nation that came against the children of Israel. Read Psalms 83. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of Yahweh is near in the valley of decision. And we can see, with all these different factors taking place, that this prophetic, war, that battle in the valley of decision is very near. And like I said, nothing will happen to avert biblical prophecy from coming to its fulfillment. Trump, says he's anti-war, but as we're going to see in this clip, hey, he's more than ready to take military action against Iran at the behest of his, puppet masters. Because lest we forget, Trump is an open Zionist. But this is a fair use copyright disclaimer. I do not own any of the footage in this clip, nor do I stand to gain from it monetarily. It is simply for educational purposes. And I'm going to play the first couple of minutes or so of this clip.
President-elect Donald Trump and his allies are reportedly considering military action against Iran after he takes office. The Wall Street Journal reports Trump is considering options to prevent Iran from building a nuclear weapon, including potential preemptive airstrikes. The reporting comes after Trump addressed tensions with Iran in a Time magazine interview. When asked about the chances of going to war with Iran during his next term, Trump responded, quote, "Anything can happen. It's a very volatile situation." CBS News national security contributor Sam Vinograd joins us now for our weekly national security wrap-up. So, Sam, what do we know about Trump's approach to Iran? We've learned a lot, obviously, from his first term in office. I'm wondering if that has changed. And can you also give us just an update on the state of Iran's nuclear program?
Well, Trump and Biden have historically had different approaches to trying to counter Iranian aggression. During his first term, President Trump bombed Iran directly, launched a direct military strike against former General Qasem Soleimani. So the notion that Trump would consider preemptive military strikes in a second administration is totally plausible. Trump also withdrew the United States from the Iran nuclear deal. After Trump withdrew the United States from the Iran nuclear deal, Iran's nuclear program progressed under the Biden administration. Secretary of State Blinken said just this summer that Iran was 1 to 2 weeks away from breaking out to a nuclear weapon. And a more recent U.S. intelligence community report indicated that Iran has greatly increased its stockpiles of nuclear material and is operating several underground facilities as part of its nuclear program. Importantly, though, the U.S. intelligence community has assessed that Iran has not made a decision to actually break out to a nuclear weapon at this stage. So Trump has not taken military action off the table, but as of now, Iran reportedly has not decided to move forward towards actually building a nuclear weapon.
So, Sam, here in the Northeast, there's been a lot of...
That's it with that clip. But hey, even before he gets into office, Trump is making a lot of major moves, which makes it seem like he's going to be that cruel Lord set over Egypt or America in Isaiah chapter 19. But, regardless, there will be war against Iran. That's going to play into the bigger battle in the Valley of Jehoshaphat. And, America is going to play a major part in that war. And again, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please. This is Joel chapter 2, verse 20. But I will remove far off from you the northern army, the North American army, the United States military, all branches, and will drive him into a land barren and desolate, like a desert, the Middle East, which is really, Western Asia. And the main staging ground is going to be Saudi Arabia, which the U.S. has used as a launching point for all of its major wars in that region, with its face toward the East Sea. And when you look at a map of the Middle East, to the east, what do you have? The Persian Gulf, and above that, Iran. And then to the northeast, you've got the Tigris and Euphrates rivers in Iraq, which the U.S. has a military presence there. And his hinder part, or behind him, toward the utmost sea, or the Red Sea. And what's above the Red Sea, you got the land of Israel, and then you've got Syria, which is a powder keg right now, with all those different factions, with all their different backers fighting, for control of that territory. And with Bashar Assad's government toppled, and the state of Israel already moving forces in there, and then you've also got U.S. forces in northern Syria, that gives them another, piece of ground to initiate military strikes from. And his hinder part toward the utmost sea, and his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he hath done great things. And there's going to be a great slaughter of U.S. military personnel, as well as these other heathens' militaries in the Valley of Jehoshaphat. What did it say back in Joel chapter 3, verse 13? Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get you down, for the press is full. Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision. And use a sickle to what? Cut, wheat or grass, or, whatever you want to do to cut. So it's a violent action. So what's that saying? That great death and destruction that's going to take place in that region during that war. But let me get Revelation chapter 9, verse 12. Revelation 9, verse 12. One woe or destruction is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter. World War I and World War II, which of course are past, and World War III, which we are quickly coming into. And again, hey, it's looking like Trump could very well be that guy that's going to kick off this war against Iran and play into the bigger battle in the Valley of Jehoshaphat. But regardless, Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai is in control of everything and the thoughts of these different leaders out here. So if they say anything contrary to biblical prophecy, hey, just know that biblical prophecy will be fulfilled. This is Proverbs 21, verse 1. The king's heart or mind is in the hand of Yahweh. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will, to accomplish his will. That battle in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, that third woe. So that's it with this video. With this video, I hope you sincere Akim and Akwath were edified. Just keep strong. We are almost out of this final wicked captivity of the heathen nations, chiefly of the Edomites. And again, as always, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule and teach well. I'm going to say, Bad Babal, Shalom.